What's going on, y'all? It's ManCodeTV, man. Back once again. Thank you for coming back out. You know, we gonna always have the goods for you. Always have something, man, that, you know, us, the fellas, man, we can talk about, we can learn something from, man, from my entertainment to just what's going on in the world. To, you know, I love to give y'all some alpha male knowledge, man. You know, I got that series popping, man, and I got the other series popping. Thoughtland, man, you know, if you check that out, man, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff, man, just for the fellas, man, just for us, man. That's what this channel is about. So let's go, man. Let's get into it. All right. So what's been on my mind, man, and it's really been getting at me, is my man Terry Crews. Okay, if you don't know who he is, man, he's an actor. He's been in a few movies that you might have heard of or seen. I think the one I can really think of is White Chicks. He's been in that movie with the Wayans brothers and stuff like that. And then he's been in some Old Spice commercials. You know, he's a big, muscular dude. All right. And so when you see him, man, he looks like a very intimidating guy. He looks like he's just a very dominating type of dude. You know, you don't want to get into a tussle with a guy like this, man. You know, he seems like he's really about his business if you really want to rumble. So, you know, he just looked like it's a guy that you don't really want to see in a dark alley, all right? But this guy is the exact opposite. I don't know if something changed, somebody got in his ear or whatever, but this guy is not what he looks like. Like, I'm not going to even get into the whole thing about, you know, Terry Crews when some executive like groped him or something like that. And it was a big controversy about that. That's not what I'm mad at him about. You know, a lot of people will point to that and say, oh man, you know, how could you let a guy? I don't care about that, man. If y'all want to hear about that, go read up on it. You know, Terry Crews being groped or whatever by a guy or something like that, man. Just go read up on that. Terry Crews, sexual assault or something like that. It should come up for you. That's not why I'm mad or why I got an issue with this dude. I got an issue with him because he is always apologizing now for being a man. He's apologizing at every turn for being a masculine dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he did a conference where he was talking about toxic masculinity and how it's bad and how he's learned from his ways and, you know, all that nonsense, man. And it's just like, yo, like he's just out on some tour or some kind of like mission to let everybody know, hey, I know I'm a big guy, but you don't have to be scared of me. I'm going to basically bow to you. I'm going to bow to women. And I'm going to let everybody know that I'm a reformed man. I'm not a masculine man anymore. Basically, I'm an emasculated man. I don't like to call dudes that, but it is what it is, man. I mean, that's where we at with this guy right now. You know, and I'm going to play a clip right now from when he did the conference where he was talking about toxic masculinity, how he was raised by it and all this nonsense bullshit. So I'm going to play a little quick clip from it and we're going to get right back to it, man. And I got a lot more to say. So, yo, check out this clip.
Toxic masculinity. You know, a lot of people believe that it doesn't exist. It's been a buzzword. It's been one of those things where, like, you know, you hear it so much that it kind of loses its effect. But I'm going to be real with you guys. Listen, first of all, I know I got on a suit, but I'm going to keep it so real. We're going to get real for this 15 minutes. I just want to tell you what toxic masculinity did to me and how I was a part of it. First of all, I was raised by toxic masculinity.
All right, so I gave you like a little piece of that clip. And basically, you can kind of tell where he's going with the whole thing. And I'm going to actually put a link in the description box where you can hear the whole thing. It's like a 15-minute speech about him talking about toxic masculinity and how he was raised in toxic masculinity and how he's trying to basically distanced himself from being a masculine man anymore. And men are toxic and masculinity is toxic and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Garbage. All right. So I remember that from a while ago. I remember I kind of let that slide. I was like, damn, he did a talk or a speech about this toxic masculinity. I was like, what is this dude doing, right? So I kind of let that slide, kind of gave him the side out, but I'm like, man, whatever. All right. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of writing this guy off. I'm like, he's just full of shit, and he's let himself be brainwashed by Western society, and he's been let himself being brainwashed by, you know, the social justice warriors, probably his wife, and just all these people, these women's groups and all this nonsense, man. He's let himself be just, man, emasculated and brainwashed at this point. I mean, that's where we at with this guy. All right, so current day, we got another issue with him where he's basically in this kind of like feud with Gabrielle Union, which is you know, an actress or whatnot, and she's on the same show. Well, she was on the same show that he was on, called America's Got Talent, and basically she had a grievance with the company about something about like diversity or something like that, and she's kind of going back and forth or whatever. So she got fired because she aired this grievance, and she's kind of still going on with it, right? And so she's mad at Terry Crews because he didn't back her up as being a host on the show when he actually went on, I think it was the Today Show, and he actually was asked about it, and he really kind of didn't back her up on her issue when she backed him up on the whole issue that I told y'all about, where he had this whole sexual assault thing with him and how he got groped or something like by an executive and all this nonsense. So basically she kind of backed him up, and Gabrielle Union felt like he didn't back her up. So I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm going to let y'all see what I'm talking about, and then we're going to kind of get back to what I'm really talking about.
It hasn't been without controversy. While you guys, I guess we should ask you about the Gabrielle Union controversy. Of course, there are reports that her contract wasn't renewed because she reported a toxic atmosphere existed at the show. You're at the show. Is there a toxic atmosphere?
First of all, I can't speak for sexism because I'm not a woman, but I can't speak on behalf of any racism comments. That was never my experience on America's Got Talent. In fact, it was the most diverse place I have ever been in my 20 years of entertainment. The top 10 acts were Asian, women, older, younger, black, white. It was everything in the gamut. Now, I have to say this too. When you look at what the allegations are about, it was given by an unnamed source. My thing is, you know, it's funny because I believe you should listen to women. You should always believe women. I believe you should listen to women. You should always believe women. I believe you should listen to women. You should always believe women. I believe you should listen to women. You should always believe women. So I asked my wife what I should do.
Whoa. Now, do you hear this guy? Listen to just his language. Did you hear how he sounds? He says, even when he's trying to explain himself, he still sounds like he's has some kind of hand in his back being told what to say by some feminist group or some woman. Talking about I believe you should listen to women, always believe women. Yo, are you serious, bro? Are you serious, bro? Come on, man. Like, I've never said those sentences together in my life. You should listen to women, always believe women. Bruh. And then he says, well, I asked my wife what I should do. If that's not an emasculated man, then I don't know what is. You see, my guys, you do not carry yourself like this as a man. Talking like this and behaving like this, man. And man, when I heard all of this, man, I was like, wow, listen to this guy. Did he just say that? Is he talking like this? He just sounds like a dude that's just like totally is just like completely devoid of his manhood. It's like it's been completely stripped from him. He has no more manhood left in him. This big, strong, hulking dude has been reduced to being like some woman's like talking point or something. That's how it sounds to me. All right. So now let me just get it all together. I'm going to just really bring it back together. So in this clip, when him basically saying that, he's basically kind of like divorcing himself or distancing himself from Gabrielle Union, saying like, I didn't experience any of that stuff, whatever, I don't know what she's talking about. And so she got mad at him for basically saying that he doesn't care about what she's talking about. He didn't experience that, so he's not going to speak on it. And basically also in the clip, I don't think I played it, but he says at the end where I'm just worried about taking care of my wife and my family, and I can't really worry about all this other stuff. So basically putting his wife and his family as a priority over some woman that he doesn't know. Even though he worked with her, she is not going to get precedence in his life. So I can dig him on that. Okay, I'm like, okay, he stood up for himself. Take care of your family, take care of your wife. You take care of what you got to take care of. You know, that's your role as a man. You take care of your family, okay? So I kind of was rolling with him when he said that. He kind of got back a little bit in my eyes, just a little bit. But then he does it again. Now, today, I'm reading and I go on Twitter and this guy has like 4 tweets where he's apologizing now about saying that he just wanted to take care of his wife and his family. He wasn't worried about nothing else. This guy's actually apologizing now. And he tweeted out 4 different tweets about how he was sorry and he should have been more sympathetic to, you know, Gabrielle Union and her experiences and stuff like that. And he should have looked out for her more, and just getting on your knees and asking for forgiveness. And I'm just like, my dude, what are you doing? You are doing what you're supposed to do. You're taking care of your family. You're taking care of your wife. You ain't obligated to take care of no other woman. So why are you apologizing? He's always apologizing, man. He's apologizing for being a man. He's apologizing for being masculine. He's apologizing for wanting to look out for his wife and his family first above all. Like, dude, stop apologizing. Be a man. Stand on your square. As a man, you're supposed to stand on your square. When you say something, you stand on it. And whatever come with it, come with it. That's it. You don't back off of what you say, man. People lose respect for you when you do that. And as a man, you're not supposed to back off of when you stand for something and you put your foot down. That's you. That's what we call standing on your square. You stand on that. And if anybody got something to say about it, they can come and talk to you about it. But you ain't switching up. And you're not changing just because someone else doesn't like your stance. Like, that's not what you do as a man. That's just not what you do, man. That's just totally against any kind of masculinity that you're trying to give off. It's against being anything associated with being an alpha male. That is not alpha male. That's not alpha. Ain't nothing alpha about that. That's straight beta shit. That's exactly what it is. It's straight beta. And I've just seen all these events, man, occur. And I'm just like, why? Will you please stand up and just be a man? There's nothing wrong with being a man. When did it become wrong to be a guy? And it's never been wrong. I don't care what these social justice warriors, these Me Too people, I don't care about none of that. There's nothing wrong with being a man. You stay in your masculine frame. You stay masculine. And you give off your masculine vibe at all times. So women can feel it, and just the general public can feel it. You know? So, man, I just had to get at my man. Terry Crews, man, it ain't too late for him. He can turn himself around, but he's got to reclaim his manhood. You know, stop all this apologizing and backpedaling and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to bash the brother. You know, I don't want to bash the man. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the brotherhood. You know, any man out here that's just out here trying to do the best that they can do, take care of their family. If they don't have a family, just being the best man they could be. Yo, I'm all for that. You know, this is ManCodeTV, man. Yo, we all out for representing the fellas, supporting the fellas, man. That's what we out here to do, man, and just give our opinion on stuff and just let people know how we feeling out here, you know, and not letting our message or not letting our feelings and thoughts on things be muffled because people saying, oh, you're too toxic or you too this. No, that's how I feel. I'm a man and that's it. Ain't nothing left to it. So, and I appreciate you for coming out, man, checking out the channel, checking out this video, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also share the video. And with that, always stick to the code, and I'm out.